Hello, everyone. My name is Blinn Bates. I'm an attorney with Woods and Bates in Lincoln, Illinois. I want to talk briefly today about contracts and real estate transactions. Some of the things you might need to know, some of the framework of real estate transactions and rights and obligations that those create. So the contract is a very important part of a real estate deal. There's different kinds of contracts that we deal with regularly. A few of those different types of contracts could be purchase agreements. This would be the most common in a buy or sell transaction. Lays out the terms of the sale, price, contingencies, closing fees, those types of things. You might see a lease agreement. Those would outline the terms of a rental, whether it's commercial or residential, that type of thing. Maybe an option agreement. This would be a contract that could give a potential buyer the right, but not necessarily the obligation to purchase a property, and that's going to be at a later date. And then there could be an assignment agreement where one party's transferring their rights under the contract to another party. So those are all different types of contractual agreements. There's a lot of elements to these. Typically, there's going to be, in the legal world, offer and acceptance is necessary to make a binding contract. There has to be consideration, so value exchanged between the parties of some sort. Typically, this is something like earnest money or a down payment, if you will. The parties have to have legal capacity. There has to be a legal purpose to the contract, and then it has to be signed by the parties. A lot of times that's regular wet signatures. We do that electronically now by things like DocuSign also. So when we're looking at contracts, we want to look at things like inspection contingencies, financing contingencies, closing dates. Are those reasonable? When are we going to get possession if we're the buyer? When are we going to give possession if we're the seller? And then what happens if a dispute arises? How are we going to handle that? So before you sign a contract, it's really important to have that contract reviewed, make sure you understand all the terms of that contract, and understand the legal ramifications of that contract. If we can help in any way, we would be happy to do so. Our telephone number here in Lincoln is 217-735-1234. Thank you.